Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the war attacks and breaking down what's good and what's bad about Gowipie attack, and mostly just stepping through all the Gowipie attacks and see what someone did right and what someone did wrong and how to approach a base. So in this world we did pretty good, and I would like to just showcase some example of bases and how to approach them. So this will only be based on either Golem, Wizard, Witch, and P.E.K.K.A.s, and nothing else. So army composition has to be close to that. Alright, let's get into the first base. And as I scout this base, let me zoom out a little, you will see that this enemy's base is pretty maxed out with a lot of high walls. So what you want to do is definitely either bring a jump spell, which is gonna be right over here, this location, or you need to have lots of wall breakers to get into the middle, or else you're never gonna reach the town hall. What you also have to notice is that there is 2 single target infernos. Now these hurt a lot if they go on over time without being taken care of. So what you want to pack is a lot of freezing spells, because you do not want them shooting at your tanks. They will just melt through them really fast. So ideally you want to bring 2 freezing spells at least if you're packing a jump spell to get there faster. But most cases you want to pack maybe 2 to 3, especially if you're not using jump spell to get to them. You want to pack at least 3 so you could completely disable these 2 while your army is working their way in. So let's take a look at this base. First of all, you want to bait out the castle, because what happened is if the castle has witch or wizards or whatever it is, it's gonna take your troops a lot of time to kill these troops that's inside enemy castle. So the best thing to do, especially when timing is consumed with these 2 things shooting at your tanks, is to bait out this castle. Now there's multiple ways of doing this right now. As you can see, the best way would be using 1 balloon or 2, dropping on here will definitely bait out the whole castle. There's no problem around that. As you can see, nothing covers it, and pretty much only thing shooting at it would be this other archer tower. So that would be a great way to bait out any troop that's inside this castle. I would definitely attack from this angle over here, and maybe from this angle over here, because you want to take care of the queen first, and she's the one that only does the DPS. King really doesn't do any damage in defense battle, so you want to make sure every troop kill the queen ASAP, and especially in this hard base. So let's take a look at what my clanmate did and see what he did good and what he did wrong. Alright, so we're in the replay, and let's see. Alright, he's dropping hard here, and seems like... Alright, now he's dropping lots of hard riders. And as you can see, he dropped about 4 hard riders to bait out this castle. He could have just done so by maybe 2 balloons onto here. It will probably be way more efficient that way. As you can see, it's probably 1 Tesla right on this edge over here. And alright, let's continue on with the replay and play. So now the castle, as you can see, the witch came out, so everything's already outside. The good thing I like about this bait is that he actually killed the motor. The motor is one very important thing when you're baiting castles, because you don't want the motor to be shooting at your, let's say, witch castle, which has lots of summonings that you want to do to take care of whatever troop that's coming out. it's gonna splash damage your skulls, and that's not a very good idea. So if you take it out first, it's actually a pretty good choice. I actually really like that. So let's continue on with this replay. As you can see now, he's just gonna bait into a corner and probably just clean out the whole enemy camp with his own witch and wizards in these kind of castles, right? So this part is pretty much self-explanatory, so moving on. Stop the Alright, so now you can notice that these wall breakers are going in this way over here. Let me mark this way in, and then these wizards are just gonna take care of these percentage. This is what you always want to do, is just let these take care of the outside over here and have your main force breaking in while these things get distracted. So your main force coming in doesn't take too much damage. So let's keep on rolling the clip. As you can see, this is when the Infernal Towers start charging up. You want to really stop it from charging up to the second level. The minute it starts onto the second level, you want to stop it with your freezing spell, because once you freeze it, the timer of the charge resets, and that's what you really want to do. So let's keep on going. Now you see that P.E.K.K.A actually took a whole chunk of damage before he actually reset this counter over here. So that's one thing that would probably been way better if this P.E.K.K.A was almost full health coming into this base. But as you can see, he's going to rage all his wall breakers right into here. He packed way enough wall breakers to get in there, so that should be fine. And let's keep going. Right. So over here, the party gets over here, he did a pretty good job of utilizing his spells. That he still have one spell left, and he has a lot of archers to pick up, let's say, the 50% if he's missing it. So this overall is a pretty good attack. And if this doesn't really need that last spell, then use it anyway. So good job, 50%, and then 2 stars completely or near complete max base. So let's move on to the next one. Well, I'm going to skip my own replays for now and move on to my clanmates. Alright, in this space, as you can see, lots of enemy with max base, with max heroes, so this enemy was actually a tough challenge for us, but we did great. For this base, you can see that both of them are multi-infernos, so you want to pack more P.E.K.K.As because it's just so much easier to not worry about your wizards when you're attacking into multi-infernos, and all the splash damage are already in the middle, so you wouldn't have to worry about anything. And as you could always do is attack, remember? Don't attack right into this way. You do not want to do that. What you want to do is attack from this angle or this angle, so you can only have to take care of one Infernal Tower at a time. And in this map, I was definitely trying to kill the queen first, so I'll probably want to start on this angle over here and first bait the castle. Always bait the castle. It's very annoying if the enemy castle has 2 witches and makes your whole P.E.K.K.A army basically useless and stuck right there trying to hit the skulls, trying to hit the summons. So do not forget to bait the castle. It's very important. Alright, let's watch the replay and see what my clanmate used. Watch the replay, and I'm going to stop right here. He's using 3 golems, 3 witch, and 1 P.E.K.K.A. and 12 wizards and only 6 wall breakers. So that's a little questionable about his army composition, because I mean it's also understandable because he's using a lot of witch, and what you could see on the outer rim of this base is a lot of single targeting damage. So your witch will be a very helpful tank until you get to maybe around this point over here. But it's a little risky. I wouldn't like having that type of army composition and no way of getting into the middle with only 6 wall breakers. But let's see how he does and what he did good and what he did that could need me improving. Alright, he dropped 2 giants, so definitely will have some shield now. It seems like it did, and he's going to bring it to the side. Definitely probably going to drop these 2-2-3 to clear out the enemy castle. Most of the time, these flaming up with 2 witch is definitely enough to kill enemies. You just do not want to do it when the enemy molder is also hitting your witch summoning. That's the only time when your clearing out with the witch will fail. So we always want to clean out outside of the molder radius. So let's continue on. 100% now, and it's also clearing outside of the sandwich. Increase reward. Right now I'm going to stop right here. From what you see here, his main goal will probably definitely just to get his archer plane into this position where he could start shooting at the town hall. So, I mean, due to his upgrades, this is actually a pretty good attack considering what he's attacking into. So, let's keep going. The reason why you want to freeze at that second, because that's when your infernos are enemies inferno are start shooting at your backline, which are the wizards and witches. This is when most people want to use freezing spell when you're using a witch or wizard backline. This is not a good idea if you're using a P.E.K.K.A. heavy army. Let's say 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 3 golems. Your backline is not gonna die because all your meat shields at the front with your barbarian king, you don't have to worry about your backline most of the time. But you should always freeze spell with different other attacking buildings with it. So that's why you want to freeze it when it starts to shoot your wizards. So it's a very good idea. Both this one at the base. That's what there is a good spell. Great. The only thing that wizard is just still safe because it's really pretty wrong.